Welcome to Flavors and Fragrance Recipes. So we are making Ukadiche Modak. I've taken a pan and I'm going to add 2 cups of coconut. We are going to mix this coconut, stir it for 2 to 3 minutes on slow flame. Now we are going to add 1 pinch of salt and then we are going to roast this mixture for 2 to 3 minutes on slow flame before adding our jaggery. So let's do it. To this now we are adding 1 cup of jaggery powder. I have taken organic jaggery and so this is dark in color. You can take your normal jaggery, you can grate the jaggery or take jaggery powder. And now we are going to mix this on slow flame and cook this till the jaggery melts into this coconut. And that's how we are going to make our saran, and we will add some more ingredients later. So let me just mix this properly and let it cook. Let the whole jaggery melt and then we'll add the remaining ingredients. This is how our mixture is looking. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of rice flour because I don't want any water in our mixture because it will come out in the modak. So I'm going to add that and now mixing it so that it blends well and makes the mixture thick. And now along with this I'm also going to add my cardamon powder. So half to 1 tablespoon of cardamom powder as per your liking, and we are going to mix it. And this is how we are going to make our saran. My flame is still on low. Let's mix it, blend it together. So this is how our mixture saran is looking like this after it's been cooked. Now we are going to make our outer covering for modak. I have taken 2 cups of water. I am adding 1 tablespoon of ghee or oil, whichever you like. And now we are also going to add 4 tablespoons of milk. Now this I am doing so that our modak outer covering is going to be nice, soft, and it will not break. This is a tip, so please remember. And now we are going to boil this entire mixture on high flame and bring it to a big boil. That's exactly what we want, and only after that we will put our rice flour. I have also added some salt, a pinch of salt to it. So let this whole mixture boil. Let's stir in between and bring it to a big boil, and then we are going to add 2 cups of rice flour. You can also add 2 cups of special modak flour that you get normally in Mumbai, and if you don't have that, that's fine, you can take rice flour. So I'm boiling this, stirring in between, and then we will add our 2 cups of rice flour. Okay, so we got a nice boil for our ukad, and now I have slowed down my flame. I am adding 2 cups of our rice flour. Instead of rice flour, as I said, if you have a special Ukad peeth, Ukadiche Modak's peeth, if you have it, which normally is available in Maharashtra, you can add that. And now I'm going to stir for 2 to 3 minutes. My gas is still on slow. I'm going to mix this properly, and I'm going to make sure that the whole water is absorbed in this rice flour. And only after that, after 2-3 minutes, after I feel that it's nicely mixed, I'm going to switch off my flame. And then after that, I'm going to cover it with a lid, and then I'm going to keep it for 10 minutes so that the entire ukad is going to get cooked in that steam in this vessel. And only after that we will knead it into a dough, not before that. This is very important. Okay, so keep in mind that you mix it nicely and the gas has to be on slow, not off. And after mixing it, you'll get this kind of a crumbly mixture. This is a crumbly mixture that we are going to cover it. Alright, so let's do it. So this is how our ukad is looking right now. After I've mixed it, it's looking crumbly mixture, and now we will just cover it with a lid. And after covering it with the lid, we are going to keep it for 10 minutes to rest. Keeping it covered with a lid and resting it for 10 minutes. Okay, so now it's been 10 minutes. I've taken a bowl and I've also taken a small bowl with water. Now I'm going to transfer this ukad into this big bowl so that I can start to knead the entire ukad. So let me first just transfer the ukad into this big bowl, and then I'll show you how I'm going to knead this ukad into a dough. I'm transferring the ukad into this bowl now. The ukad is quite hot at this point, and so I'm going to definitely need some water. I'm going to wet my hands with cold water, and then I'm going to knead it, because I won't be able to knead it at this point because it's hot. So we're going to make use of little bit of water on our hands. I'm not going to use any oil or any butter, okay, just plain water. And then I'm going to knead this dough properly and nicely. So let me just do it. So this is how our crumbly mixture is looking right now. And now let me just take some water in my hand, wet my hand basically with water like this, and now I'm going to slowly start to knead it so that it turns into a dough. It's very hot right now, so in between I'm putting my hands in the water, just trying to make my hands wet so that I'm able to knead it. So this is how we are going to do until we are able to knead this whole entire ukad into a bowl. Alright, so let's do it. You can knead it in a plate, or you can also knead it in a parat, or you can knead it in a bowl like this. This is a mixing bowl, and I prefer to use mixing bowl for kneading any dough. So I'm doing it, but it's a bit hot, so my hands are really getting the heat, but I'm doing it slowly. And the goal over here is knead as much as you can, because this dough is going to be very soft, and this is the covering that we are going to use on our modak. So this procedure is very important. You have to really knead it nicely. And when you're using that special modak flour, you know what happens is your flour and this dough will become more softer and nice, because that is a special flour that you use for modak. But nonetheless, even if you're using rice flour, it's going to be good if you follow exact procedure that I told you. So this is how our dough is looking now, and I've kneaded it. No need to use any oil or any ghee at this point. Knead it properly till the end, and then we will put little bit of oil or ghee on our hands, and then again knead it. And then we will cover it with a cloth so that the dough doesn't become hard. Now, in order to check if your ukad is cooked correctly, take a small piece of a dough and roll it into a ball, small ball like this, and you will see that the ball is not sticky. It's nicely done. That means your ukad is nicely cooked and your modaks are going to be good. This is a tip, so keep in mind. Now I'm going to put some oil on my hands, and now I'm going to again knead it so that our entire dough is nicely kneaded with oil, and now it's ready to make into modak. See, this is how our dough is looking, and now it's ready to make modak. Okay, so now let's start making our modak. I have covered our dough with a cloth so that it doesn't become dry. See, and now I've already made one modak with the help of satsa. So this is my satsa, and I'm going to make modak with this time today. Some other time we will make it with our hands. If you're in a hurry, you can use this kind of a satsa, and there is also silicone molds available. So now let me just start making our modak. Alright, so this is how we make with our modak satsa. It's pretty easy to make. Just put the outer white ukad dough over there, and then we are going to fill in with our saran that we made, and then we are going to cover it again with our white ukad covering like this, and then we are going to take out our modak. It's pretty simple, very quick if you are in a hurry especially. And I'm not using any water or any oil at this point, so just press it, and we just need to open it, and then our modak is out. So let me just make all the modaks like this. See, this is how it looks, and then of course you have to press it a bit at the bottom and use your fingers and make it in a shape of a modak. So a little bit of work is there, not much. It saves quite a lot of time. So let me just make our modaks and keep them ready. Alright, so let's do it. All the modaks are ready to get steamed, and now I'm going to put them in my steamer. I'm going to steam these modaks for around 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to cover with a lid. Let's steam it for 10 to 15 minutes till they are done. Alright. It's been 15 minutes. Now let's take out the lid and see our modaks are cooked. Nice hot steaming modak. Serve them hot. Enjoy with your family and friends, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any recipes from this channel. Until next time, it's bye from Deepali. Take care.